What about distribution deal 2018?
Yeah, dude. 2018 distribution. Everything we've got enough music to ensure that whatever distribution deal we can come up with, or whoever can meet us halfway. Just saw something. Oh, okay, I understand. It's automatic reply. I'm out of office. Thank you. Okay. We've got enough content to keep distributing for the whole year, even 2019. I'm going to keep on rotation. But right now, the key thing is distribution deals, so that we know that the music is getting to most spaces that have sound available, whether it's digitally, whether it's the normal radio stations. Okay. I've been waiting for this thing.
Festival. Okay, you said so many points there. So, what's the best example of a good distribution deal in South Africa? Like,
we can just easy,
is it the Casper one?
Not signed. Yeah. So similar. Well, I'm not sure exactly what Casper's doing, but not signed. Right. You're independent. However, the distribution channels and logistical networks that are available to share music, you have full access to.
Yeah.
Right. So that's digital, print, radio stations, posters, billboards, and then even gigs. Gigs are a part of distribution, because when you're gigging, you're distributing your music. It's just that you are in performance mode, but you are actually distributing your music when you are performing. So that's a huge part of it. Thank you very much for listening. So as I was saying, I'll just recap again.
So distribution deal would have to come from a record label, though, or what?
It would be best from a record label, because record labels have the know-how and already have the channels of communication and distribution. But it can come in any way. The thing is, we need to be creative. It can come in any way that allows us to penetrate the market.
So is it more about the services of a distribution deal, or when you say distribution deal, is it capital?
Capital as well can help us, because with capital we can pay for distribution, right? So usually Abantu who have the relationships with different distribution channels, digitally or otherwise, they already have that payment arrangement or whatever for pushing artists, for putting on their own roster or on rotation, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But if we get capital, we can pay for distribution. This is digital, like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and then making sure we are pushing those. Like we have activation days and dates, and we were pushing.
How much money would you need though, capital-wise?
20 grand.
For a year.
For a year.
For a year.
For a year, make it 100 grand.
Isn't that little?
It is little, but we're talking about checkpoints. We'll never be done. We'll never be done. If we say 200 till when? For the year, we can't say 200, but we're doing.
Because 100 grand is like social media for a whole year.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is not really.
With that, what else? What are the externalities of that? What else can we get from that social media access? So that's why I'm saying that 100 for a year would be power, because we only focus on distribution. Nothing else. We just focus on that and videos, because we've got the music. What we're doing is shooting videos and doing distribution.
But a video budget itself would top more than 100K, eh?
But this is why the videos need to be almost like not EPKs, but like episodes, like almost leading onto each other, and then more than one song in one video, right? That's also a vibe where he decided is on the same video as Girls from the North, and we know the song changes, that kind of thing,
But I mean, if you want your song to play on Trace, dog.
No, we're marketing it that way. When it's so that we can get as many out as possible. We're dealing with a budget on these.
Yeah.
So we say, instead of saying we're going to make 5 videos for these 5 songs, we're going to make 5 videos for 10 songs, right? And then we can almost segment or partition the video so that it's 2 videos in one. Right?
Oh, I
but
see.
The point is that we're getting stuff out. The key right now, the key in 2018 is getting it out as far as possible. If we can go to
What?
Monash,
Yeah. So what would be a good year for you musically this year? Like, what would
maximum distribution.
maximum? But where do you want to perform specifically? Do you want to get perform on live SABC One or what? Like, what are the? Let's talk about performance-wise first. What's on your bucket list?
Festivals.
Festivals.
Festivals. As many festivals as possible in the SADC region. So you're obviously globally, but where we're starting is here in South Africa. Festivals. People look forward to them. They spend some days there. You know, you can sell merchandise there. You know, you can connect with people because they're there for the music. Like when you're at like a performance in a club or like a performance, people like the music is part of the event. But when you are at a festival,
So like
music
rocking the
is
daisies.
the event. Exactly. The music is the event. You know, so that's where people are looking to understand, find out, discover, connect with different artists, new artists.
And when you talk about merchandising, like, tell me more about merchandising, bro.
Yeah, dude, Genius Synergy Apparel, you know.
Like, what would you want to sell it?
Shirts, simple shirts.
Be soap.
You know, my brother's
It's already there, man.
You know, we do shirts. We just do shirts with a G on the back, or just something to make people remember. Because what's happening with the digital age is that the consumption of music is changing, or has changed, obviously. But what people used to do, or used to look forward to, is the collection of, a physical something. Like you'll have an LP, or you'll have like, some album art. You'll flip through it, like read through it or whatever. Now it's digital. Like you flip. Now done. Here's the track list. Listen to it. Whatever.
For sure.
It's 3 megabytes. So right now, creating different aspects, or rather supporting different aspects of the consumption for music. So
Distribution deals the most important thing.
yes.
But the music is out there. That's
The music is out there. The music's on SoundCloud. The music.
It's on YouTube,
Facebook,
man.
It's on YouTube. You can find music on some good distribution channels. But obviously, the more the better. Because this year, we're just trying to do the whole thing. We're trying to do the whole thing. Yeah.
But when you talk about festivals, dude, you know that when it comes to festivals, there aren't that many, and they kind of lapse out in periods. But with clubs, you can perform every weekend. Eh? That's the problem with festivals.
Of course.
And the consistency there, So
When you say there aren't that many, what's many? What do you mean?
I mean,
They aren't
I mean,
as many.
yeah,
They aren't
especially do you understand what I'm saying? Relative to club performances and stuff,
Of course. Look,
because there's a lot of planning when it comes to festivals.
club performance will go.
What about? I hate that place. What the Boo?
Yeah, the pool.
But I mean, rather than going there to spend money, why don't you just go there to perform?
Yeah.
So, which is something that we just go in there, walk in, like, hey, I want to perform, blah blah.
Yeah.
All these clubs, man, Haram,
Yeah. Harem.
Haram,
Is it
whatever.
Haram,
I don't know
right?
how to fuck what it is. Because those places as well, I mean, the thing is, they're continuous. They're every
Yeah, that's
weekend.
true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. So.
And you want people to keep seeing your face.
Club vibe. Yeah, of course. The club is definitely a go-to. It's just that, our type of crowd, the crowd that we're really trying to connect with, is definitely in the festival.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely, without a shadow
Yeah, for
of
sure.
doubt. Yeah. So festivals, distribution, performances, constant performances. That's what we want. That's what we've been setting up from last year.
But
2018. we're
So, are you positioning yourself as a hip hop guy?
do epic shit.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
I'm saying, are you positioning yourself as a hip hop guy? Because when you say more festival club, is more hip hop, right? So, when you're meeting the EMI guy, what are you positioning yourself as?
Musician,
No, but what genre though? Because they're gonna ask you that.
When you say pop, pop is usually not too restricted, but people assume it's just like poppy music. When they hear that, it's got more hip hop meaning.
So you're a pop artist now. Jay?
Yeah, it's
Okay. So we must remove that you're a hip hop artist.
I mean, I make
Hip hop, but you are a pop artist.
I make hip hop.
Okay.
I make pop that's hip.
No. What these
No,
are?
no, sure, yeah. So I'm telling you.
So it's-
I make
you're a pop
I make
artist.
Pop that's hip.
Okay, I understand now. That's the market. That's the market you're going towards.
Yeah.
They're very urban, contemporary.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't want to say the race,
Sounds
but
like- no, of course. Come
but
on.
you know.
Get in.
So okay, it makes sense then.
Yeah.
It just so happens that there's some songs of hip hop that you can filter.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay, now you're a pop artist, bro.
Yeah, we need to
And then you don't think you need more interviews or like I remember Alex Black says
exposure, definitely.
exposure, yeah, but sooner or later people need to. I think it's more effective if you're performing,
Of course.
you know, because there's so many guys that you see on radio. I'm doing a radio kick, but dude, it's like, where's the music, man?
Yeah, of course.
Where's the music, man?
Of course, definitely. The music is on YouTube.
So
that like Quiet Time.
I'm trying to think what are the other vibes like that are like mini festivals like your Foy's Market that happen continuously.
Well,
Because we gotta do festival, we wanna do festivals, but I'm thinking about the sales cycle in terms
of
of
course, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them, and it's about putting them on a calendar. There's Maboneng.
yeah.
There's until.
But Mambo Deng, when you say Mambo Deng, like I've never been to that. Like
There's a night market at Maboneng.
Oh, yeah.
Right. There's a night market every first Wednesday of the month or something like this.
Sure.
Like there's a night market. There's neighborhoods which does music. And
No, that's coming up.
Yeah, there's obviously Four Ways Farmers Market.
Did that?
Yeah, we did that. That was nice. Killed that. That was nice.
No, that was a nice one. That was very.
Yeah.
Even though we had to be there later on, though. It's,
Yeah, I mean, and we're only talking about like Joburg right now. I haven't spoken about Pretoria.
I think in Pretoria there's one big one though. Like that's more.
Yeah, but there are a lot of these places. There are a lot of these events. There's some in Soweto, in Alex.
I think another strategy as well is knowing these cool arts people that do these festivals and then just hit them. Remember what Anile did at that thing you went to? You remember in Bram?
Yeah.
Like a little performance there, man.
Dude, even Afropunk was happening just the other day, I believe.
Who was performing there, South African? Like what type of people? Because I don't think a lot of artists that are very mainstream were performing there.
Exactly. It was like alternative artists, which is that's what we do. So there are a lot of these spaces, and a lot of them are coming up as well. In 2018, a lot of them are
Even in Durban, I heard about that Belito thing as well. Some big 5FM thing that was going on.
Yeah, dude, there's a lot. So for us, it's just a matter of, strategically positioning people like Gav, people like, or Kelly, who are already in that space, and then we just.
And ambitions on being on radio?
Radio 4? What do you mean, like an interview?
No, I mean radio airplay.
Yeah, of course, definitely. Radio airplay, definitely. That's distribution.
That's distribution.
Yeah, that's distribution.
Okay. Anything else on the music? I think
just more music, man.
positioning it as a pop artist, though.
Yeah.
Like that's the one thing I picked up.
That's it. But the key thing is the tech. That's the one thing that we're gonna be doing. So.